Alright guys, back here at LS Nasty headquarters. Feeling a little bit under the weather, fighting through it. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, we got some talking to do about the cars, the projects. I think we got too many. So we're going to go a quick rundown of everything we got going on here. I'll tell you this right now, some top secret insider information, which I'm not supposed to tell you guys, but I will tell you guys. We have a giveaway coming up Friday. Giving away a car, a full-blown car. You guys know I've done the vehicle giveaways before. I just gave away, what was it, maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months? My 650 horsepower nitrous fed street strip Trailblazer, which was absolutely badass. Before that, I gave away a 500 horsepower Chevy Caprice, which was my daily driver, built by Blaze Knight Performance. That thing was an absolute beast, sounded amazing. We've given away turbo Mustangs, nitrous Mustangs, turbo trucks, turbo Corvette. The whole point of the giveaways is to give back to you guys, let you guys have something that you guys can take out and enjoy, and hopefully something that I can sit with and race next to. Matt, what do you think? You like the giveaways?
I love the giveaways.
Yeah, why do you like the giveaways? Matt can't win them, so he can't like them that much.
I mean, I still like them. I like to see other people in badass cars.
It's cool to give something away and be like, hey, this is yours.
And
so,
ain't like, oh, hey, we're giving away this Lambo. We're giving away this 1,000 horsepower car.
Yeah, this turbo car that pulls wheelies, nitrous fed, no prep car. Like, we're giving away unique builds that no one can just go out and buy. Like, you guys can't go to a dealership and buy nitrous fed 07 Trailblazer. You can't. I mean, maybe you can shop around Turbo Bullet, but we do that for you, and then you can just buy some merchandise and win. So we have a lot of cars, and we're going to show you the rundown, and we're not going to tell you which car we're going to give away, and we'll kind of just highlight every car and go from there. Here, I'm going to give a hand off to Matt. Matt, hit him with that selfie cam one time.
It's hot.
All right, so I'm not telling you which car I'm giving away. We're just going to work from, we'll go around the shop here.
I will give you a hint, though. It is not the black sheep.
Yeah, we're not giving away the black sheep. That is my baby. So first up here is one of the cars I just recently purchased. This one has a lot of sentimental value to me because this one here is, this was a stepping stone. We had this, went very quick with it, drove it around, made some killer videos. This was right when we made the switch over here to this shop that we're in right now. So maybe like 2.5, 3 years ago. LS swap, it was Fuel Tech. I was like, hey, I'm buying this car back. I'm going to do it right. So I went through here and pretty much redid everything. So Holley EFI, it's got a power glide in it. Just got that freshened up. We pretty much went from front to back and just like fixed everything that wasn't right so I can just drive it anywhere I want. We went to a TRZ billet manual brake master cylinder, Holley EFI, redid all the fuel lines with Brown and Miller. It's got a 94mm turbo with a billet center section. Freshened up the power glide, the motor's fresh, like I said, new turbo. It's got a built 12 bolt in there. It's got new QA1 coilovers all around. I had Junior redo the manual rack. I got this badass brand new, which will be on sale on the website, Nasty Racing window sticker.
Lights kind of,
oh yeah, it's reflective.
I think it'll be shining bright like a diamond.
Yeah, so this thing here, I paid a lot of money for it because, I mean, it's a badass car. It went fast, and to me, I mean, if I could buy back the Boosted Rooster, I would, because I think that was like the #1 car on the channel, and it did so much for me. But you guys got to understand, I sold this and the Boosted Rooster to pick up the Black Sheep, which was a huge jump up for me and really got me kind of, I'd say, more involved in the racing and out of just like the messing around with some high horsepower street cars. I got the Black Sheep, we did some racing, I got Drag Illustrated 30 under 30, we went out and won a bunch of races, we started running LDR. So without having this car and then selling this car, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I wanted to do it right because it's like your 80s shitbox. So it's still got the 80s shitbox vibe, which is awesome because it's like just like raw and terrifying, but we put a bunch of good parts on there to make it even better. So I plan on doing some no preps with it and really just enjoying it, driving around. Real deal street car, pumpy 85, big radiator, doesn't really get over 180 degrees. yeah, so I got it up on the lift right now. We just, like I said, we just did all new crimp-on Brown & Miller lines.
Oh, Crimp King.
Yeah, the Crimp King was back in town. Look at this brand new crimp-on oil drain. Look at that dash 12 drain. Sheesh. So I like my stuff nice. I mean, you gotta understand, if I take this to a Cars and Coffee, it's, even though it's kind of like a crusty 80s ship box, which is like the 80s vibe, it's still a representation of what we do here. Even though we don't work on like the Publix cars, you guys can get up with Mason if you want him to work on your stuff. He is an associate of LS Nasty and Nasty Racing. So if you guys are interested in getting some work done, you guys can email him at LS Nasty Mason. I'll put it up on the screen. Send him an email. Does a bunch of different stuff. So this is it. Put some new fuel pumps on there. So it's got 2 brand new Most Pluses, a Magna Fuel 750, built specialty bead locks, 12 bolt, QA1 coilovers front and back, new uppers, lower control arm, steering rack. It's gonna be a bad unit. Like I said, we just freshened everything up on it, so it's gonna fly.
Oh, it's gonna fly.
Yeah, it's gonna fly.
It's put together well now.
We'll have some cool videos of us driving it around too, because it's still got the button tuck seats. And we'll put the other Kirky seat in there, so you can literally put 4 people in here and cruise around, like take it to lunch. And it's like it'd suck to get your ass busted by this thing just because of the appearance, but that's what it's all about. So, all right, there's brown sugar for you. Am I giving it away? What do you guys think? All right, over here, we'll talk about the bad apple real quick. I said we got a giveaway starting Friday, which is, when you guys see this, it'll be Thursday, so tomorrow I have a giveaway starting. I know we work a lot of hours here, but...
Oh, send it.
If you guys know us, we're probably not going to give this away because we have a lot of work to do by Friday.
Yeah. Which
is 2 days for us. So we can kind of X that.
I don't know, we've made some pretty crazy deadlines.
We have made some pretty crazy deadlines, but I don't think this one. This one, we're not going to do it. All right, over here to the Red Lobster. By far, if I decide to give this away, the absolute most race car giveaway ever. Methanol, small block Ford, Holley Dominator, brand new Force Inductions turbo, ladder bar, 9-inch. Car's been fast. Did I tell them how fast we've gone?
No. I mean, it's our no time car, so you know, 6s is flying.
Oh yeah, we went 6s with it. We have a little bit of work to do, which we're going to actually do after this video. I'll probably film another one, and you'll see us working on this. We're just going to clean up some of the lines here, just to make it appear nice, because if I give something away, I don't want it to look shitty. But this thing here is fast. As far as a giveaway goes, this one here potentially could be badass, but it'd be a handful if someone were to win this, because this is not something that you're like, hey, I'm going to go to the track, never been down track for, because this thing right here will peel your muffin cap back blue.
Oh yeah, driving on the street. Oh yeah.
Ask Matt.
It'll peel it.
And Matt's an experienced driver, you see. So you gotta, this thing right here, driving cars like this of this caliber, the 2,000 horsepower cars, they're like petting a snake. At any point in time, you know, it's real exciting. You get to pet it. You know, you're like living life on the edge. But if you're not careful, that sucker will jump up and bite you.
Yep.
So this thing here, I mean, it's badass. Mensers all around. It's got like, if you just look at the parts on here.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a good build.
Giveaway wise, I don't know if you guys would be ready for this, but there's potential. You never know. This could be the giveaway starting Friday. It's badass. It's got custom Giovano front bumper, nice badass hood, custom carbon wing. This is like a very high-end build.
Force Inductions turbo.
Yeah, Force Inductions turbo. Salty John Fab turbo kit on there. Can't forget that.
Looks slick. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, so potentially could be yours. I don't know. All right.
I would say John is in the running for the most experienced flashlight holder.
Oh yeah, by far. What flashlight holders out there can weld?
That's a good point.
All right, so this one here, the crispy chicken. Look at this guy. Huron Speed T6 single turbo kit, 94 millimeter turbo, 388 cubic inch LS, 400 S60 rear end on Holley Terminator, literally out the box 590s.
All right,
literally out the box 590s.
So since I really never saw the Boosted Rooster, this versus the Boosted Rooster.
The Boosted Rooster was definitely more budget. Like there's some things on here that we can improve, but the Boosted Rooster had like this crazy journey. I mean, it had an 8.8. It had like, we went 8s with a stock bottom end motor. It had a much smaller turbo on there. This is like the, I mean, I guess 3 years in the making, the Boosted Rooster. I mean, it was on stock computer before. Now this one's on Holley. there's definitely room for improvement on this one, but for something that you can pull out the trailer, take to the track, and like with no boost in it, like 10 pounds of dome pressure, go out and run 590s, 150, 60 foot.
Man, that would be awesome to see somebody else in the seat of that thing.
Just, I mean, potentially. It's got a S60 rear end. It's got the chassis work on this, surprisingly, is impressive. You guys can't see
cage.
because it's got the carpet in there, but it's got force structure underneath the whole thing. In the way that this cage is built, it could easily be turned into 25.5 because it's already got the low bar going across to really set up for the driver containment.
Ooh.
Just saying. I'm just saying. This right here is bad to the bone. Holley Terminator 7-inch dash. Very streetable. Big transcooler. Big radiator. Big turbo. It's got a parachute on there. I've never given away a car with a parachute before.
Wait, we're not giving this.
Sorry. I don't know which car I'm going to give away yet. It's a crapshoot at this point. But you guys can comment down below and think what we're going to give away. Yeah, I mean, this thing's badass, dude. This is like OG Boosted Rooster vibes. So it's crazy to have like the crispy chicken and brown sugar back, because this is like, this combo, Trans Am and G-Body, is really what got the ball rolling. All right, so we go over here. This is 50 Chance. We talked about this. This is kind of going to be like the end-all be-all giveaway at some point in time. So I think we can mark this off the list that we're not going to give this one away because it's not built yet. It's got everything back here to do. We got a more race chassis cage. We got a more race chassis rear end. We got everything to do the ladder bar. We got a turbo. We got QA1 shocks. I mean,
it doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of
we got a billet anti-roll bar from Trick Chassis. I mean, this thing right here, you're talking about a $20,000 in parts to be a badass, you know, whether we do street strip or just full-blown race truck. Who knows?
Drag week it. You do all kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
Motion steering column. There's the more race chassis rear end. Look at that. Shout out to Matt Moore. Woo! He's bad to the bone.
Yeah, congratulations on your
on your win.
On your win at drag week.
All right, so we'll go over here to the Colorado. This thing here is a Pro 275 build. We're looking to go. How fast are we trying to go with this? You say the number.
530s.
No, you be honest with them. Tell them how fast we're going to plan to go.
Probably 80s.
Yeah, 380s. So I don't know if you guys are ready for this. So you guys might be able to cross this off the list. I don't know. I mean, this is a build that
there's been some points in this journey that
I want to give it away.
Yeah, for free.
I've been trying to build this thing for about 4 years. I've definitely had some unfortunate events where I get the short end of the stick, but this is kind of one of those deals where I just have a lot of money in it and I can't give up now, and I just keep pushing through. Thankfully, you know, Kevin, TCAM Performance, Matt here, all the companies, Turbo Smart, Bissett Performance is a huge help for this. Race Tech is a huge help. Look at the seat. We got to talk about the seat. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. This is the 4119. I made a post. I got 10 seats in stock right now. So I got some 4119s and some 4100s. People ask me, they say, hey man, what's the difference between the two? This is definitely a little higher end seat. It's a little bit wider right here. So depending on what your cage looks like, just keep that in mind. But this thing right here is the 4100 seat's badass, but this is the next level up. I mean, it's a sick seat. It looks sick. It feels extremely comfortable. It's got an air duct in the back, so you can blow air on your back if you're sitting in the lanes. I mean, what more could you ask for?
It's got the spleen savers on the side.
Yeah, Matt loves the spleen savers. As far as safety goes, you'll hear me talk about it a lot. Again, this is not a paid advertisement by Race Tech, but it'd be very smart of you to be in the safest seat you can be, because you don't want to get into a wreck and end up in the hospital. Matt.
You know how much money that seat would have saved?
How much?
Oh, a lot.
A lot of money. A lot of money. So you got to think, these seats, they start between like $1,200. I mean, hell, they got some that are $5,000. Even if you want to go.
I think I had some Advil at the hospital that would have cost
less than this. Yeah. You spend $5,000 on a seat, it's still cheaper than a hospital bill. Ask Matt, the cameraman.
Yeah.
All right, so the truck here, potential for a giveaway? Not likely. So we got, what do we got? We got 3 good contenders right here. We got 3 good contenders.
Ooh, no.
Let's talk about this. So we've been working on this for a while, and we just got the parts that we were lacking to finish this thing. I know as it sits right now, you're like, oh, it's not going to run. Well, you slap the bumper and the headlights on there, and we make
toss the axles in there, a little bit of wiring,
and it'll be running. This thing will be running by the weekend.
Less wiring and brown sugar, and you guys saw we did that in
a few hours.
Yeah.
This thing here is bad to the bone. Started off as my personal build because I was like, hey, I want a badass car. Well, I guess it still is my personal build. I don't want to be saying anything that would lead, mislead people. So. TISS Fab exhaust.
Cool, look at that.
Full titanium exhaust. You guys can go over to tissfab.com and use code LSNasty to get a heavy discount. So highly recommend. This exhaust is badass. They have kits where you can DIY pie cuts. They have some bends. They got flanges. You guys need to go over to tissfab.com.
They have the pies that will cross your eyes.
Yeah, they got the pies that will cross your eyes, for real. We're running titanium exhaust on the Colorado, on Eddie Murphy, on this. I mean, everything's getting titanium exhaust. It's just badass, really takes it to the next level. This thing here is a 6-point cage with some floor structure, tube front end, new edge. I shit my pants right there. New Edge Mustang. T-Cam, Black Sheep Stage 1 engine. So you guys know this is a badass engine combination. We got some stock heads on there with the mini hoops, which this thing is going to fly. We're running a rear mount radiator, built 8.8. We just got some axles. My guy Jacob up in Pennsylvania absolutely hooked it up. As you guys know, we got the shaft from the guy I bought this car from, which I don't recommend buying cars from him because it's not the best experience. I don't even remember his name. Not that I'm going to throw him under the... I mean, I could throw him under the bus. He didn't do nothing to help me out. Nowhere. Bought the car, paid a lot of money for it because it was supposed to be, like, just about ready. Came with a wiring diagram for, like, a D5 dozer or something. Absolutely ridiculous. The motor was supposed to be, like, a fully forged motor. Had stock crank in it. Just, like, a bunch of bullshit. The rear end, obviously, didn't work. Bunch of issues with that. Yeah, typical, like... Someone just slapped this sucker together, and then they just, I mean, I'm easy to negotiate with. I really don't haggle with people that much. I'm like, hey, I'll bring cash, I'll come pick it up. Because when I sell something, I try to be pretty straight up. So this sucked. So I got the smoke on this deal, which, whatever, we'll handle it. But my buddy Jacob hooked me up. Brand new 35, well, not brand new to me, 35 spline axles, and these suckers have been fast, so that means we're going to go fast. We got strange axles, C-clip eliminators, we got a strange spool, so we'll be back in business. He's got a pretty badass New Edge up in Pennsylvania as well, so these came right out of his car. He went to a 9-inch, gave me an absolutely smoking deal. Really do appreciate that.
Have you showed him the difference, like what we're talking about with everything? Oh,
like this? So what I'm thinking is these axles were set up with like a wave track or something.
Yeah, there's like a massive amount.
Like you could see daylight. Yeah, listen. That's play in the spool. So what I think, these axles weren't set up for the spool, and then they just like slapped it together. Also, they said the rear end was like just serviced, and it was put together. It was an absolute joke. Like they just crammed shit in there and bolted up so it rolled. Nothing was done correctly. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll message him. And he's like, race cars take maintenance. And I'm like, you're telling me? Like, I didn't know that. So now we got the right stuff so we can put it together, but it just sucks because we had this sucker really ready to go for JJ's arm drop, and then weren't able to do it. So this thing here, like I said, badass T-Cam power plant, rear mount radiator, air-to-air intercooler. Really want this to be set up so anyone could hop in it and drive it. You don't have to carry ice with you. You could drive it to the track and race it.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to drive it from here down to Darlington Dragway, try to make a 4-second pass, and then drive it back.
Yep.
And this is, as far as race cars go, I'd say this is definitely somewhat budget in the sense
of... Yeah, no, I mean, we spent money where you need to spend money.
Well, we did everything in-house.
Yeah, save money where we can save money. Cooling system, we did a lot of stuff. It's got a very large surge tank up here, rear mount radiator, so we shouldn't have any kind of cooling issues, because 95% of the time, like, you look at the drag week cars, and like that's the biggest thing is cooling them. That's why you see a lot of them, like the trailers they have, where you can Zeus the hood onto the trailer to try to get more airflow. So we're just doing everything we can to where this thing is going to be reliable.
So this thing's badass. Now it's badass. It wasn't badass when we got it, but now it's badass.
We're doing a lot of work to it.
Yeah,
we really, honestly,
built this whole car.
We built a whole car. We got a shell and built an entire car.
Yeah, I mean, hell, even the damn axles weren't right, so it's not even like we got a roller. We got literally a shell and had to redo everything. So not what I intended to do, definitely out of the budget, but hey.
Happens.
we're at the home stretch now. So Hank right here, absolutely badass. Should be a 4-second ride and potentially be given away.
Oh, actually, this is what we're...
Yeah, we're gonna give away this. This is Mason's car. We're not telling him though.
No.
So just someone come pick it up. All right, Eddie Murphy. I'm not gonna give this away. I don't own this car, so I just worked on it. Built this badass turbo kit. Salty John Fab, back at it again.
Look at that.
Matt, what do you think about the turbo kit? Flashlight hold level.
Oh, that's definitely like, you're getting like Streamlight level. Originally went...
But yeah, this thing's badass. It's got a 400 dual fuel setup configuration here with the dual injectors. This thing's gonna be badass. So we're gonna get a more race chassis cage with his hold and weld that he does with the Dragon. So we'll do like a 25.5 DL2 race tech seats. Should be badass, but you guys don't have to worry. We're not giving that away. So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 great giveaway options. Old trusty, the cow. Do we give it away? This is the first car. This is what started it all. This right here. So we've been doing some R&D with John over at Huron Speed. Well, we just got everything all figured out with the T6 turbo kit. So now we're gonna slap it together. Should only be a couple days of work. It's been sitting on the lift for a while. This thing here absolutely flies. Real deal street car. It was my daily driver. I think it'll be even more streetable now because it definitely would get hot before. Bigger radiator came with the kit. We went to a bigger turbo, 94mm turbo from an 88.
The intercooler.
Yeah, intercooler, massive. Took the air to water off because I wanted it to be more streetable. Went back to the air to air. I'm still up in the air if I want to run the tailpipes out the back or run the bumper exit because I already got the hole for it. So definitely home stretch with this. So a couple days. I think Mason's going to help me get this one finished up. We just got to modify something on the crossover and then we're good to go. So highly recommend the Huron Speed T6 Turbo Kit. It's absolutely badass. My application is a little bit different because the car has been like cut and modified so much that I had to cut and modify some other things. But if you got like a stock-ish Camaro or a Camaro with a blower on it, you'd be able to bolt the sucker up and ride, which I think is badass. So,
yeah, great quality.
Potential giveaway, maybe the OG cow. We'll definitely peel some muffin caps back. All right, so we go out here. This vehicle doesn't get a lot of airtime. The Colorado. All Fab Bot Fab catalog on this thing. It's absolutely badass. It's lowered on Viking shocks. We got all their conversion stuff. I got everything to do an LS swap, but right now it's a 4-cylinder. But it is the ultimate shop truck. This thing is hauled iron big blocks. It's hauled a 481X. It's hauled a bunch of LS motors. It's hauled 100 gallons of methanol. Believe it or not, as it's lowered on Caltrax, you go to the gas station and just get a million looks. Every old guy's like, that thing got Caltrax on it? You're like, hell yeah. So,
what motor is in it?
4-cylinder. It's badass though. I mean, it's a badass little truck. It's the perfect shop truck. So we got a couple different options here as far as giveaway goes. We can go like full-blown race car with the Red Lobster, with the Trans Am or the G-Body. We can go like street strip car. We can go like drag and drive, a little bit more race with Hank, or we can go shop truck.
Or
not giving away my truck.
Okay.
No chance. The 450 stays. So that, guys, you guys need to be in the comment section. Just lighten it up. What do you guys think we're giving away? What should we give away? Starts Friday, so a couple days. We got an entire brand new merchandise, brand new apparel lineup coming out. Absolutely bad to the bone. We got a bunch of badass designs, new shirts, new socks, new boxers, new hats, fries. They cross your eyes. You're not going to want to miss it. One day, and we'll start the giveaway. So who knows what it's going to be. Ooh. 35-mile-an-hour speed limit right there.
I tell you one thing we could give away is all these mosquitoes.
Yeah, you guys can have them. Ava, what do you think we should give away?
Balls. More dog toys.
All right, well, for those of you guys that hate the videos of just talking, I'm sorry, but you can drive right up here to LS Nasty HQ and I'll drop trow and you can kiss my ass. Other than that, that's going to wrap up today's video. We're going to get to work in there, get the Red Lobster finished up, get Brown Sugar finished up, and get Hank finished up. Hopefully have 3 cars fired up tonight, and then you guys have to wait till noon tomorrow to see what we're giving away. That's it.